Hello and welcome to another Wave analysis. Today is going to be a review of the indices, right? The tech stocks, a quick go through, right? And then I will go through the commodities, right? Let's start with the Nikkei 225, right? So I have been calling for short for the Nikkei 225, right? With the wave count. For this wave down, right? I've labeled as one, two, and then the last trading 2 days, right? Thursday onwards, right? We see this move down, which I have labeled as wave one of three, wave two of three. Actually, this is part of wave three, right? This whole thing is part of wave three because if you look at the blue color one, is one of three, two of three, right? And now we are in wave three, which is a one, two, three, and then I'll be expecting a four on Monday, right? And then a five. So this is for the Nikkei 225, right? And this four, I do expect that could go up to the trend line that it has broken, right? So by trend line I mean this trend line over the 4 years plus, right? So it should move up before coming down. So this is for Nikkei 225, right? So if you look at these, you'll see that actually Nikkei 225, if we look at this trend line and the break, right, from this peak here, right, it tells us that Nikkei 225 still have a long way to drop. So estimate at this moment is about 25,500, right, which is the support here. Okay, I can put a line over here, right? So roughly around this price. Now let's go to Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong itself, this is the bearish count that I've put up for a while now, right? So this is a WXYXZ, right? And then if we look at if we zoom in, right? Take note that on Friday it was a holiday, so Hong Kong did not really trade. Okay, so so on Friday itself, right? There is this after cash hour where the futures is still open. Okay, so if you look at this, I've labeled this down with as one, two, right, and then you see another one of three, two of three, three of three, right. So Hong Kong itself, this is part of this could potentially part of four, right? And then if you look at this arrow, I actually start from the bottom. So this is using this projection of one and three if let's say they are the same. So what happens is I do expect Hong Kong on Monday to gap down. So this will complete a wave five of three, right? Then it should go up. Okay. So this is not only this Fibonacci 1:1, right? It's also very near to this support level, right? So I would expect that even though it gap down, it shouldn't be too strong a gap down, right? And there's a chance that it will also rebound. Now let's go to S&P 500. Okay, so this is also another update on the wave count. So for those of you who have been following me, I usually do it on the Nasdaq, but Nasdaq and S&P is almost similar. So I'll go through these two quickly. Right. So I've called for the short um around here, right? I believe. Oh, sorry, around here, right? On the Nasdaq, right? And then yeah. So this will be three of three, right? And then I will expect a four and a five, right? So because I've done it on the Nasdaq last time, I have the more detailed wave count, right? I call the short um somewhere here, I think. Yeah. Or sorry, I did it on Thursday. Thursday, yeah, here. Let me just confirm this. If we look at yeah, so on 3rd of April, so this is the one here with two of three. Yeah. So over here. So it has moved down, and I've labeled this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the 5, you can look at the detail, right? So yeah, I called for a long actually on Friday night itself, right? Very close to the closing. Okay. That I mentioned that I see an ending diagonal, right? But I also make this note that the last wave for ending diagonal can itself be an ending diagonal, which seems to be what happened, right? So I think I call it around here, right? And then so what happens now is that I do expect this to be extended here, maybe break a little bit, right? So what happens is then the fifth wave is itself an ending diagonal, right? So maybe look like this, and then it goes up. Right? This is just potential, right? So the stop loss will be slightly below wherever it happens, right? I would say around 17,200, right? Just to be safe, 7,200. So S&P 500 is actually showing similarly this kind of move down, right? So that looks like an ending diagonal. So this is what we are looking out for. So I think overall for the indices, I expect that Monday itself is not going to be a crash, right? It should be a recovery, right? And it could be a strong recovery by the number of points. Okay, so like for Nikkei, we're looking at 1,000 points recovery. Hong Kong itself maybe not so much, but if you if it gaps down, right, and then we see the recovery is also a good at least 400 points up. SPI itself, any diagonal I've explained a lot of times, it's a sharp move up, right? A conservative target is actually here, right? And that in itself is about 900 points, right? So it's going to be I expect Monday to be a recovery. Now let's look at the stocks themselves, right? The Magnificent Seven plus Netflix, right? Just do a quick one, right? Because I do not want to spend too much time here. We just want to take a look. Okay, so this is the previous analysis on Apple, right? Where I call for a short. So at this point in time, I'll just remove these all these targets and stuff like that, right? To make it a cleaner one, right? So over here we see that Apple has fallen by quite a lot, right? And it is quite near to the 1.618, right? So maybe that is the reason why the just now when we are talking about the Nasdaq, there could be one more wave down before the end of the ending diagonal, right? Let me just show it again, right? I expect one more wave down, so that could be where Apple may fall to, right? Which is around 184 before bouncing up. Okay, so 184, right, and bounce up. So by in itself, it could start low, right, gap down, and then push up. As for Microsoft itself, the previous analysis I actually put it as the primary target, which is this support zone. It has broken down, okay, which means that if I follow my trading ideas, have you will not have taken all the full potential of that wave. You will be profitable, but you will not be um you will not be catching the end of the entire wave, right? So this is a video update. So I'll probably just not click into this, but this is the primary target, right? So that is about 21 points of profit. Now, similarly, because it has reached my target, right? So I also expect that it will move up on Monday itself. This is NVDA, right? So NVDA, I want to point out that it has reached one Fibonacci target, right? And also another important one is if you look at this is one important support, right? So similarly, it probably Monday it will come down, right? Or get down, and then it should push up. So all these stocks, they actually will align with the indices. For Amazon, right, it looks more similar to the Nikkei 225, right, in the sense that it broke down, right, and I would expect that it should recover back a bit, right, before coming down again, because I do believe that there's a lot more room to for it to go down. Okay. uh Tesla is has been coming down, right? So over here we see that this is probably an ABC, right? ABC. I think I have mentioned previously that I did not really focus on Tesla, right? Because I can't count the wave, especially this up move, right? So if we really focus on this move down, right, you can see that this is clearly a ABC, right, and this is probably a 1, 2, 3, right. But regardless of the wave count itself, what we want to be very clear about is that there is a support and there is support over here, right? So if you draw this, right, similarly, we should see it come down, right? And it may bounce or it may break down, because I believe Tesla itself is not really falling with the rest of the other stocks anymore, right? So this looks like a fourth wave. ABC looks like a fourth wave, and potentially it could come down to below 215, right? Over here you see that I'm looking at 212 or 211 around there. Now this is Meta, right? So Meta is it has also breached my previous target, which is this wave 4 over here, right? So this is an important support, right? Because it's a resistance support, but it broke through. Right now, I think Friday itself, it actually rebounded from this wave 2 here, right? So over here, I think it's a similar situation, right, as the rest of the tech stock, which is that um we should be seeing a rebound, right? A rebound before another move down, right? So like I say, Monday should be a recovery. So similar story for Google, right? Alphabet, right? It has reached this wave 4, which is the target itself, right? And similarly, I expect to move up, right? To do a to respect this support, at least in the short term. Netflix is also at one important support, right? But actually, the last time when I was doing this analysis, I expected the support to be here, which is 822, right? So given the look of this wave, right, there's a chance that it may actually come down to this support instead. Okay, so let me just draw this line for this support. Right, I do expect it to come down and maybe rebound a bit. Now, so that's it for the indices and tech stock. Now let's go to the commodities, right? So we look at the oil first. So previously I have uh, sent out ideas, which is a pending short idea, right? Pending short. So I mentioned that, if it breaks down from this double descending triangle, then that's where the price should come down, right? So it actually did it in one single trading day, right, from the top to the breakdown, right? So yes, it is a short, but you need to, on the big picture, you see this is actually this breakdown is just the first breakdown. So find opportunity maybe near back to this this break here, this break prices, right? And to short this, right? So I want to bring out like ExxonMobil, right? ExxonMobil has also broken down, right? So if you look at this is if you just look at this last wave, right? This looks like a one, two, three, four, and five, right? And then a wave two, then wave three. So I believe ExxonMobil and oil should start coming down very fiercely. All right. And look at copper. Uh, Previously, I think my analysis for copper, it could be quite long ago, right? Should be, yeah, 23rd March, where I call for a short because of the ending diagonal, right? 23rd of March is, yeah, that's actually around here, right? So this is where I put um this short here. So it has come down, but it has yet to reach this lower trend line. So if you are short, you can hold on to this short, right? Because this is a target that I think it will come down to and then eventually break down, right? So it's kind of like a longer term play, a positional play, right? Now let's go to gold. You see that I skipped the futures because this is where I did the most of the alert wave and technical analysis over here, right? So I actually have the detailed count, but I will not go through this with you. The reason being that I have already gone through this in multiple ideas in the past, right? Is Yeah, I've done it, explained it multiple times, right? So I'll just do the update over here, right? The important one is from Thursday itself when it comes down, right? So this is actually a super cycle wave three, right? So it has ended and we are in a wave four. So this you see a five wave, right? And then you see A, B, C over here, and then this move down, which is very strong, right? So I would think that goal we need to observe a bit more, right? There's this rally here, which I believe is probably closer to a wave two. So this wave down is part of a bigger wave, right? The reason being that if I zoom out, right, uh, even though this move down is considered strong, but on the big picture, this is actually quite small, right? And we are talking about this super big this super big move from 2015, right? Almost 10 years, right? So one, two, and then this three, right? So this four cannot be so small, right? This four should at least come down to um below 3,000, right? Maybe 2,000. It may look a bit atrocious if I expect the move down to be around 2,500, right? But yeah, this is kind of like what I expect because I expect to retrace to at least below 2,800, right? So this is for gold, right? So uh yeah, so this is just the start, right? So this is probably a one, two, one, two, right? Or a three and a four and a five, right? So overall, wave four itself is notoriously bad to trade, or um, they are more unpredictable, right? So previously, I already mentioned that I expect that it will range for a while, right? So that's for gold, right? So I don't see I think any kind of trading in wave four need to be more tactical in nature. So I will not give any prediction other than the big picture is that we should range for a while, right? And when I say a while, I mean like weeks at least. That's for gold, right? And this is I put these futures because it's just a more clean look on this wave up, right? This final wave up. So silver is similar, right? It's just that silver is a lot more choppy, right? Because it has industrial use. Okay, and I would say that based on this breakdown and the 1:1, silver should go to around 26.50. This is on the silver futures. Now, cocoa, last time I mentioned that there is a ending diagonal and to long. So if you have followed that idea itself, right, you will have taken profit, right, and left some money on the table, right? But what happens is that this was a conservative target, right? And what we want to see is that it got stopped at this wave 4, which is the previous wave 4, right? Which it did, and it came back down. So I'm pretty confident that cocoa is going to fall, and that's good news for people who like chocolate like me, right? So yeah, previously he has moved out to ridiculous prices, so this correction should be quite fierce also, right? So this is for cocoa. I expect to come down, right? So this wave 1, wave 2 has completed, right? And then we are going to a wave 3 or wave C, right, for correction. Okay, so that's it for the whole video on alert wave and technical analysis on the indices, the tech stocks, and the commodities that I wanted to cover. So good luck in your trading and keep your risk tight. Thank you.